And I remember having a fight. I had a fight with my boyfriend then, and he was giving me shit about. And to top it all off, I was feeling like shit because I was pregnant. It was one of those pregnancies that made me just, throw up like nonstop. And I, and honestly, I don't even remember what we fought about. But what I remember is I felt like crap, and then we were having a fight, and then he was giving me crap. And another I think about it, like, how dare you give me shit? This is the day that I had to go through something that we are both responsible for. And it is so unfair that man gets to do that. As at least my then boyfriend. I, you know, and to top it all off, there were a group of protesters just protesting outside of the clinic. Abortion is killing. And you are going through all this hormone, and then people are just protesting without knowing your situation, without knowing anything about you. But what you're doing is wrong. It's telling you in your face. And I, like I said, I wasn't a teenage mother, but I that doesn't make my feeling it doesn't make me feel any less shitty. uh, and Anyway, I got it done. And then a year after, same thing happened again, and I was so disappointed in myself, and I blame my lack of sex education. And even though I went to high school here, it's just they don't really talk about, I mean, they talk about protection, condoms, and this and that, but what they really, maybe they did talk about it and I really didn't pay attention. The whole concept of, the reproduction, I really clearly didn't understand. And I thought it was safe. And so we did it without protection. And then there I was, pregnant again, a year after. The first time was like, okay, it was an accident, right? So let's get rid of it. And the second time is I really didn't want to get it. But my then boyfriend kind of, I don't want to say force, because obviously I went along with it, but I was strongly argued into that, into the submission, right, into the agreement. So so that's when we were having a fight about. It's the same boyfriend and same situation. And we were fighting in the car, and I was so mad at him. And then I said, "How can you do this to me?" And I was crying. I have to go through this, and then you're picking a fight with me. And then I see all of these people protesting outside, and it just made me feel so self-conscious about my own decision. And but I wanted it, and I did it anyways. And for the second time around, I just can't help but feel like I was a part of assembly line, if that make any sense. They bring the girls in, they put us under the gas. We were all waiting in one room, and then we were told to, we were called one by one. And then when we got inside, I lay flat, and then they said count from 1 to 10. I counted, and then they gave me a gas which basically made me pass out. And then when I woke up, I was there were other beds beside me, and then it's like an assembly line, right? So I came out, and then the girl before me was like already lying in the bed waiting outside. And then when I came out, there was one behind me that was already in the operation room, and then I was right next to that girl. And then they kind of let her wait for like a little bit. And then the first time I remember they gave me IV, and the second time around they didn't give me anything. They just rolled me out of the operation room, and they just leave me in the waiting room. And after post surgery, and I was asking for that nurse or whoever around me. Is like, "Are you gonna give me IV? Because I feel weak. I can't see. I can't walk." And they're just like, "It's okay, walk it off." it's like they don't even care the second time around. Like the lack of care is just amazing. Oh, you want abortion? Okay, here it is. Okay, bye now. And I felt so like wobbly, and then they give me some orange juice and cracker, and then just sent me on my way. And the second time around, I didn't even feel like I was human. I felt like I was being judged the whole entire time that I was there. And then those are the same people that worked at the clinic. It was horrible. And then aftermath of that, and if you think that it's all over because you have it done already, then you are wrong. So like I said, I was sick going to college, and one time I had this biology class, and biology class, and then this class talked about babies and how their hearts beat at 10 weeks or 12 weeks or whatever it is. I couldn't take it. My tears just started to roll down my eyes, and I had to leave the room. I just got up and left. And then that semester at college, I failed all my classes that semester. And I almost went into depression, but luckily I didn't. And I couldn't tell my sister because I was so embarrassed. The first time I had it done, I told my sister, and then she just, consoled me. She didn't say anything. She didn't judge me. She didn't do anything. And the second time around, I hid it. I hid it from her, but finally I exploded, and I couldn't keep a secret that big of a secret from her, since we were so close. So I finally told her. I remember I was telling her at school, I was so stressed that I was failing all my classes, and then people were giving me F, and then for a while there I kind of disappear from classes. I just don't show up because I just didn't feel like it. I didn't want to do anything. I was just borderline depressed. So finally I couldn't take it anymore, so I told my sister, and then I told all my professor, because I had to face them, right? I had to tell them why I'm getting these, and I didn't want to get F. So I said, can I just please withdraw your class without a grade? And so some of them, they kind of let me, off the hook, and some of them just give me a W, so that it doesn't hit my GPA, right? Anyway, so if you are someone who is actually going through this, please know that I know what you're feeling, and if you want to reach out to me, please do, and I'll be more than happy to listen to you and maybe give you advice. And I am no and I mean, I don't know everything, and I might not even you don't have to take my advice, and you don't have to, I might not even have the best advice. Anyway, forget about advice. Just know that I'm going to be here for you. Know that I'm going to listen to your story. Know that I'm going to be encouraging you in whatever you do without judgment. So with that, I think I'm going to end the video, because this is just yeah. And the reason I want to make this video is because I